Mr. Dan Mogol.
Keep it going for Nick, everybody! Yeah! Oh, most important round of applause for the night, though. Keep it going for our wait staff, please. Yeah. Alex, Elena, Angelica, Liz, Leanne, Kari, Kate, Doug, Chris, Lane. Did I say Greg? And fucking Greg's here too, all right! Round of applause for them, everybody, come on. Yeah. Working in the only industry that gets paid on really not how good of a job they've done, but deep down at the end of the night, when you sign that check, when you put that money on the book, how you feel. Always feel like 20%. Minimum. I say that after 15 years of being a bartender and a server, and you have to deal with the most ridiculous shit. You do. Yeah. You have to deal with people walking in and going, well, what's your favorite thing? They do. They all make that dumb face. What's your favorite thing? Oh, it's when you pay in cash when you leave and fucking nothing. Yeah. And then bartenders have to deal with people ordering drinks that they don't even know they've made up. Like, I was bartending at a college bar, and this girl stumbled up and she goes, can I get 17 and a half sorority sister shots? You don't know what that is? It's raspberry vodka, blueberry vodka, watermelon vodka, regular vodka, whiskey, tequila, gin, Cointreau, spermicide, ranch. You don't have any ranch? Yeah. So don't be those people, deal? All right. A little bit about me. My name's Dan Mogol. Just turned 33 last October. Thank you. Same response that I had. Me in a dark room. Woo. It's just like every year since I've turned 30, my body has decided to give me gifts. Yeah. 30, I got ear and nose hair. 31, I got back hair. Ever since then, I've been growing a cape. Pretty sure if I don't trim, let myself go, it's just gonna end up being a full ninja suit. Yeah, then at 32, I got a hemorrhoid. For those of you that just judge me, screw you. Because statistically, 50% of people will have one throughout their lives, so fucking buckle up, here we all go. Half of this room, we're all in it together. All right. Pro tip when you get to that situation, no matter what time of day you go into the pharmacy, it's awkward. Yeah. I waddled into Walgreens at 6 a.m. thinking nobody was gonna be there. Totally wrong on that one. Hottest pharmacist I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, she turned around, we locked eyes, had this brief little moment, and then she ruined it. By going, hi, how can I help you? I had to muster up the courage from deep down inside to look her in those big, brown, beautiful eyes and say, I need some hemorrhoid cream, please. For my big, brown, beautiful eye. She goes, come with me. We go, we get to the aisle. She goes, that's it. That's the one. It's like, oh, that's a good one. She goes, oh yeah. That's Turned on, turned off all at the same time. It was creepy. As a pharmacist, you should not be creepy. That is not the time, place, and the position to do that. Like, I'm a professional creeper-outer. I do it to my friends all the time. But she out-creepied me. Every now and then, I'll get out-creepied. One of my favorites, I was walking to a gym locker room with my buddy John, and jokingly and loudly enough for everyone else to hear it, I just go, "Hey, John, let's put our stuff away. Get out there and stretch you out." All of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, popped up this little old man, and he just went, "Uh-oh. You gonna work him out tonight?" Because you should work him out. Tonight. It was 7:15 in the morning. It was creepy. Whole reason, though, why we were at the gym is John and I were doing a 6-week weight loss challenge. Or at the time, as I had to call it, Operation Sema Dick. Yeah, mission success. Lost over 30 pounds. Yeah! Oh yeah! Saw that much progress, it was great. Whole thing that started that, though, is a friend of mine called me fat, but in the nicest way ever. I saw her for the first time in a long time, and she went, "Oh, you changed shapes." I immediately went on a diet. Same one my mom and her friends have been doing for years. Xanax and Box Pinot Grigio. I didn't lose any weight, I was just more gossipy. Everywhere I went, talking shit and taking selfies. A few of you laughed a little bit when I said I had back hair. Screw you. Particularly women, because I'm just going to get right down to it. Ladies, your carelessness with your hair is downright disgusting. Oh, no. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and gentlemen will back me up on this, it's when you go like this. Every single one of you. No! Nobody wants your head trash. In the house, in the car, in a restaurant, a grocery store, no! You don't see hairy people walking around. We don't take it further and go, oh, that's a good one. Make a wish. No, we don't do that. Oh, fuck. It's my favorite word, fuck. It's not F-U-C-K, but F-U-H-C-K. Fuck. Like, I was at a bar in northern Minnesota having a burger. Bartender walks up and just goes, "Pretty good food, huh? Don't forget about the meat raffle." Fuck! And then just walked away. It's all around the world. Like, I worked with a guy who, he was 2 weeks out of moving to America from Russia, and he bought his first Powerball ticket, and he was convinced that he was gonna win. Went outside having a smoke, and he looked at me and he goes, "Donya. Donya, I I think that's Dan in Russian. When I win the lottery, I buy 2 gallons of vodka, a carton of cigarettes, and I go back home to Russia. Fuck. One of my favorites, though, is I was at Walgreens waiting to talk to a pharmacist once. And there's this cute little old lady just shucking down the vitamin aisle. And she stopped and went, $2.99! Fuck! Yep. You ever get so stoned that the sound of your flip-flop scares you? Because you think somebody's following you? It's happened to me twice this summer. After the show, though, I do sell some merchandise. Oh, good, I do have it. It's a lighter for tobacco use only. It's the ultimate if you roll your own cigarettes lighter, though. It's got a straight edge on it. Okay, say you're like me and you roll your tobacco cigarettes on a magazine or a Frisbee or the dashboard of my friend's Ford Focus. It's got this straight edge so you can scrape up the tobacco that's dropped out of your cigarette. Because that shit's expensive. Then when it's in there, it's got a little packer so you can pack down your cigarette. Because nobody likes it when their cigarette burns unevenly. But say you're like, hey, fella, I don't like cigarettes, but I do very much enjoy the smooth coolness of a water pipe with my tobacco. It's got this little round bottom so you can pack down the tobacco evenly. It's refillable both in the fuel and the flint. If you put it on its side, the flame gets bigger for lighting candles. It says, at Dan Mogol, danmogol.com has my face on it and says hashtag fuck. Yeah. So those are available after the show. Come see me and say hello. I grew up partying in Madison. My sister went to school here. At age 15, I was partying with a fake ID. There's another Jewish kid. He was this tall. I'm still my same height. And in Madison, they're like, go ahead. Go on in. Go ahead and party, kid. But growing up, my mom would always say, stay away from bars. You won't learn anything. Which is bullshit, Mom. You learn a lot in bars. You learn religion, politics. I've learned math. Yeah, if I have 7 drinks and 5 shots, I'm gonna tip the bartender 83.5%. Yeah. 70% of that time, I'm gonna try and become Facebook friends with the homeless guy. Yeah. And for each shot I have over 5, I'm gonna throw up. I can as many cocktails and beers as I want, throw in 6 shots. You know what my favorite part of throwing up is, though? It's, Yeah, you all know that one, don't you? Your mouth starts to water and you're like, oh no. And you're just dancing in that 2x2 area, staring at your nemesis. Oh, I shouldn't have had that last shot. Not yet. call me. Oh, it's got no. And eventually you just end up with your forehead in the brim because it's nice and cool. Every so often. Eventually you get up and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're all pale, with a brim mark, and a big brown curly. No, it's not even yours. You look at yourself, you got one thing to say. Fuck. Hey, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. I'm Chieng Mogol. Thank you all very much.